What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Overwatch Observers Podcast, Episode 5. I'm your host, Dom, aka Zista. With me, my co-host, Mike, aka Philodrin.
Hi.
And John, aka Nahajim.
What's up?
Wow, we've already off to a great start. So
amazing start.
So, I don't know, during our break, we had a break last week, I really started, I went over and I started watching our podcast again, so I watched the first 4 episodes over, and in the first episode, we talked about, like, other potential game modes that we'd be interested in seeing, one of which was from TF1, and it was the I don't remember what it was called, but you had the guy, and you follow
like the escort.
The escort, yeah,
mission.
the escort mission.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking, what other kind of missions would you guys like to see, like objectives, would you like to see in Overwatch?
Oh.
I think I mentioned it in that episode, but something like the game minimum, where like you have to kill like creeps or whatever, just like random minions to power up something on the map to like that's used to destroy your opponent. It's almost like how like Heroes of the Storm maps work, where like you collect things and then you get this powerful thing to make your team like have a really strong push or something like that. I think some kind of mechanic like that, just a little tiny bit of not PvP in the map.
Yeah,
might be pretty cool.
I mean, they could also kind of go the TF2 route where they did the man versus machine thing.
Yeah,
Man vs. Machine was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was very different from the typical
Co-op versus AI, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Very atypical. Game modes I think of in shooters, and I would love a game mode like this, and I don't know if it's going to work in Overwatch. If anybody ever played the shooters Tribes 2, or Tribes Ascend, in Tribes 2, there were 2 game modes that I actually really liked. They're called Bounty and Rabbit. Now, see, I don't know if they would work too well in a team situation, but I mention them because they're kind of unique. You got Bounty, where every player in the game is given a bounty target, and it's just a random player in the game. Killing that player nets them points. Killing anybody else loses them points. And if they succeed, they get a new bounty. And then Rabbit was somebody picks up the ball, and they become the rabbit, and now everybody else in the game has to kill them.
That sounds interesting.
They're very interesting game types, but again, I don't know if they would work very well in Overwatch or any team-based game of the sort. But they are 2 of my favorite shooter game modes that I've ever played. They're the most hectic and the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
But on the team thing, I mean, I love Capture the Flag. I'm
very surprised that there's no Capture the Flag yet announced.
Me too.
It's a classic game mode for, games of this type.
It
and
is.
They have so many good runners.
I loved in the original TF the 2 Forts map. That was my favorite.
Everybody loved 2 Fort.
2 Fort's the best.
Yeah.
Couldn't get better than 2 Fort, in my opinion.
And half the time people would just deathmatch on that level and just not even bother with the flag. Which is totally fine with me.
A good defense made it impossible to even get the flag. You needed one fantastic scout to get down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really love Capture the Flag. That's my favorite game mode.
Do they think Capture the Flag wouldn't work in Overwatch?
I think it would.
Why wouldn't it?
It could be a little rigged because you have like you
have Tracer who can move.
No, I'm thinking
Tracer can do dumb things with a flag.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the grappling hook.
Reaper.
Who's
Widowmaker could grapple.
Widowmaker.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, and then Pharah that can fly. So,
well, she can jump.
Yeah,
she can't really fly.
She can jump, jet, and hover.
Yeah. So I see that making things a little broken in those regards, but is it completely out of the question that they could just disable certain heroes for certain game modes?
It's not out of the
Or,
question, but I don't know if they would gain
or,
any
or
points.
just make certain actions drop the flag. You know, certain movement abilities will make you auto drop the flag. I don't see why they couldn't. Like,
Grappling hook.
Widowmaker can't use her grappling hook.
Yeah.
Like Symmetra, or not Symmetra, Tracer can't blink or rewind time. Like, if she rewinds time, she drops the flag. Like things like that you could do maybe. Because restricting restricting characters would just make it not fun for people.
That's true.
It would make it not fun. But then again, restricting abilities at the same time, I mean,
It could
only if
also,
there's a really broken ability would I suggest
yeah,
doing that.
but again, it only just makes you drop the flag. So it's not like you can't use it. It's just that when you're if you're the flag holder, I mean, you need like escort. It'll make it more team reliant, because you'll need escorts to kick the flag out instead of just like Tracer zipping out the building like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about like a King of the Hill style map?
King of the Hill
I would
works.
love that.
I would love a King of the Hill, and I would love. No, it's King of the Hill. That's right. I would love King of the Hill because, again, some of my favorite memories in Team Fortress are King of the Hill maps.
Yeah.
That one indoor arena, whatever it's called, where it's just a bridge out to the middle capture point, and it's wide open to everywhere.
Yeah.
In Team Fortress, that was a great map.
Sniper heaven.
Sniper heaven.
They could probably get away with territorial control as well.
Mhm.
I was going to say something even like a Wrathy Basin
Yep.
from WoW would
Oh,
be
yeah.
pretty
A capture and hold.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. What about like arena?
Arena, like what? Like a death match or like?
Kind of a death, like, yeah, it would basically be a death match, not like one life death match, but like a first to 50 kill kind of arena. First team to 50 kills.
Again, I don't know if that would work in Overwatch because you could just some heroes, if used right, they'll net an entire team's worth of kills in one well placed shot.
McCree.
Yeah.
I mean,
McCree, Reaper.
I'm not against it.
No, I'm not against it at all. I would love it, but
But
the only problem
they
is
can
like
have
this.
special things in those arena matches. Make sure there's a lot of places to hide, so then McCree can't wipe out a whole team in one shot.
Yeah, it would be very map dependent because this game is a game full of hard counters. It seems like,
Yeah, so far.
like the right hero counters another hero pretty hard in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. It would have to come down to the maps because there would be certain heroes that would be completely like you don't want like Torbjorn might not be as good on a map, like an arena death match or whatever. But
True. Yeah, because
the more mobile heroes will be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like Reinhardt's gonna be well, here's my hammer, and he's just gonna get the shit shot out of him.
What about how like the original Team Fortress had the like progressive checkpoint like push back and forth? You remember those style maps
Yeah,
where you'd
Fortress
start
2
in your
had 'em
base,
too.
you'd make your way through, you'd meet in the middle, and then I don't even know what those are called.
I forget the name of the map. There's a good one.
I guess it's kind of territorial control to a degree.
Yeah, there's a few maps like that in Team Fortress. There's 5 points. Each team starts off with 2, and the middle one's up for grabs. And you have to grab each point to progress to the next one.
Is that not a game mode in this already?
I don't think it is. Not
crazy.
yet. It's not a game mode I've seen in this game yet.
No. We have point capture.
We have the normal, you start off, nobody has anything, then they have to capture point A, then capture point B, and capture point C. No, I'm talking about where there's points, A through E. Red team has A and B already, and blue team has D and E, and you're pushing against each other back and forth.
Simultaneous offense and defense, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
So
gotcha.
whoever, once you capture the end point, you win.
And that really, I guess, depends on how many people we're going to see in games at a time. Because as it stands right now, it's 5 per 6 per group or whatever. And Team Fortress, at least the original one, I because I didn't play much TF2, so that's really my big ruse. I keep falling back on TF1, but TF1 it was usually got up to the point it's like 22 versus 22 in some cases, 13 versus 13 most servers, but.
What was the biggest on TF2, John? Was it, what, 16 on 16? Would be the biggest you get to? Or is it 12 on 12?
I mean, it's a 32-person server is a shitfest. I mean,
right, true.
Generally, 12 is like probably the recommended upper limit.
So 12 on 12 is the upper limit.
Yeah. So I'm curious if we'll ever see anything quite like that.
I'd like it. I mean, the 6-on-6 felt all right, and the maps did seem not exactly gigantic and expansive so far for Overwatch, so they fit for 6-on-6.
Yeah, those maps and those game modes are definitely designed around 6v6, but I don't think having bigger maps and bigger modes are out of the question.
I would love a 12v12 or 10v10 even. Those would be fun. I mean, they're going to put enough heroes in the game where there would be team diversity.
Yeah, I don't think a straight-up deathmatch is going to be in the game, like every man free-for-all kill.
Right.
That some classes are just not balanced for that at all. Mm-hmm. You would just run in with a bunch of heavies. Like, you would never play anything else because...
Right, this is an objective-based shooter. Like, those game modes I mentioned for Tribes, Tribes was very much a deathmatch shooter.
Either that or you're like McCree and you hide off in the corner and just like really hope nobody sees you until you get your special ability and just wipe out the whole map in one hit. No.
Wipe out everything.
So, deathmatch itself wouldn't be fair. But
a
team deathmatch, not in like an open setting, if it was like around corridors and stuff like that, like a... I don't know, more like a GoldenEye kind of map, like some of the more narrow ones, like the archives or something, where it's just hallways,
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the balance in this game is going to come down to map design. It's just like TF2 in that regard, where like the maps favor a class or a character, then it's going to be very unfun. So, map design is super important in these kind of games. So, I don't doubt that Blizzard's got it under control, but still, there's going to be a lot of feedback just about the maps. I mean, I doubt they're going to have to touch the heroes that much.
Right.
Honestly.
I mean, they'll obviously, if something is blatantly overpowered, they'll change it for the heroes. But, again, it's map design. And, I mean, Blizzard... They do have a high level of quality control, so I'm not worried. But, I mean...
At the point, I'm curious when it comes into play, when they're designing the maps around certain heroes' abilities and not... Because you almost have to make it so the maps have something for everyone. Like, you need the ledges for... is it Hanzo who's got the grapple?
Widowmaker. Yeah, you need high places for her and for Pharah to jump up to. You need different routes for everybody to take. You need corners for people to duck around.
Yeah. You need choke points. You need places for... that shields are good.
At what stage they're like, okay, well, we left out this and this hero is not balanced. We got to add some stuff to this map. I wonder how much of the balance that is, so...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Every map is going to have heroes who excel on it and who are weak on it. That's just
every game mode is going to have that as well.
I mean, if you look at Team Fortress, I mean, that's the biggest thing we have to compare this to at the moment, so I apologize for constantly shifting to that. But
I do it so much.
There are some maps where engineers, they set up at a good point, one or two engineers, and you're never going to uproot them. It's done. Nope. Especially if the team supports them. That's it. So... there are a couple of maps where engineers are utterly broken. And then there's a couple of maps where they have very, very few good setups or good setup points. So they just drop their turret whatever the fuck they please.
Yeah.
So there's an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each week we've been going over 2 heroes. Our hero list is narrowing. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the list. This week we are going to cover Pharah. So, Mike, would you like to tell us a little bit about Pharah?
Okay, Pharah. Her name is Fariha Amari. She's 32 from Egypt. And her affiliation is apparently Helix Security International. No idea who they are. Anyway, here's Farah's bio. Fariha Amari's commitment to duty runs in her blood. She comes from a long line of highly decorated soldiers and burns with the desire to serve with honor. As a child, Fariha dreamed of following in her mother's footsteps and joining the global peacekeeping force Overwatch. She enlisted in the Egyptian army, and her dogged persistence and tactical prowess caused her to rise up through the officer ranks. She was a courageous leader and earned the loyalty of all who served under her. With her exemplary record, Fariha was well placed to join the ranks of Overwatch, but before she had that opportunity, Overwatch was disbanded. After leaving the army with a commendation for distinguished service, she was offered employment with Helix Security International, a private security firm contracted to defend the artificial intelligence research facility beneath the Giza Plateau. The top secret facility was touted as vital to the safety of not only the region, but countries across the globe. Fariha gladly accepted the choice assignment and received training in the Raptora Mark VI, an experimental combat suit designed for rapid mobility and devastating firepower. Under the call sign Farah, she works to safeguard the AI installation. Though she mourns Overwatch's passing, she still dreams of fighting the good fight and making a difference on a global scale.
Yeah.
I played her. She's awesome.
She is.
Yep.
That little flutter ability that she has. She's like a regular little hummingbird.
Well, that's just her jump. When she jumps, you hold down the spacebar and she can hover for a short time.
So she's basically Yoshi.
Sure.
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, her abilities.
Or Princess Peach in Mario 2.
Yeah, Princess Peach. There you go.
Yeah.
More like Princess Peach.
With missiles.
Anyway, her abilities. Rocket launcher. It's self-explanatory. Farah's primary weapon launches rockets that deal significant damage in a wide blast radius. That's obvious rocket launcher. Her shift is a jump jet. She just jumps really damn high, and then she can hold space and hover up there for a short time. Her E is concussive blast. She shoots a wrist rocket that knocks back any enemies it strikes and deals immense damage to shields and barriers. That was fun to knock people around with.
Mm-hmm.
And then her ultimate is barrage. Farah directs a continuous salvo of mini rockets to destroy groups of enemies. It hurts.
Just a little bit.
Just take a look at this. Everything in front of her is just
everything.
missle bait.
Blown the hell up.
Very good.
Just a
problem
tiny bit.
is, it's easily a very good Widowmaker will take you down before you fire a single rocket. It happened to me.
Before you even know she's there.
Right.
Yep.
You'll jump up, you'll start barraging, maybe you'll get a couple of little rockets off, and then pew, you're dead. So that is a very use it wisely ability.
Yeah, because you're wide open, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, she's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah. You know who else is a whole lot of fun?
Who?
Mercy.
Didn't play her. Maybe
No,
I did.
I
don't remember.
I played Mercy. Mercy is, I'm not big into the support, but she was actually really fun.
Yeah. Mercy's, I think, going to fill, for the Team Fortress fans, she's going to fill the more traditional medic role.
Mm-hmm.
Because her staff works just like the medic gun.
Yep.
And Farah's the soldier. Basically.
Farah is basically the soldier. Anyway, Mercy. Her name is Angela Ziegler. She's 34, and she's a field medic from Zurich, Switzerland. And she actually worked with Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
So here's her little bio. A guardian angel to those who come under her care, Dr. Angela Ziegler is a peerless healer, a brilliant scientist, and a staunch advocate for peace. Ziegler rose to become the head of surgery at a prominent Swiss hospital before pioneering a breakthrough in the field of applied nanobiology that radically improved the treatment of life-threatening illnesses and injuries. It was this expertise that attracted the attention of Overwatch. Because her parents had been taken by war, Ziegler was opposed to the organization's militaristic approach to keeping global peace. Ultimately, she recognized that Overwatch offered her the opportunity to save lives on a much larger scale. As Overwatch's head of medical research, Angela sought to leverage her work for healing in frontline crises. The result was the Valkyrie Swift Response Unit, which Ziegler herself piloted on many Overwatch missions. Despite her contributions to Overwatch, she was often at odds with her superiors and the organization's overarching aims. Can't read tonight. When Overwatch dissolved, Ziegler dedicated herself to helping those affected by war. Though she spends most of her time caring for the broken and dispossessed in crisis areas around the world, Dr. Ziegler can be counted on to don her Valkyrie suit whenever innocents are imperiled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Combat medic.
Medic!
Now, I just must say that she is, in fact, this is confirmed. She's a Ghostbuster.
Oh my god, Dom.
Just don't cross the streams.
Anyway.
Oh my god!
So, here's her abilities. She is a Ghostbuster. First, she has her Caduceus staff. Mercy engages one of 2 beams that connect to an ally. By maintaining the beams, she can either restore their health or increase the amount of damage they deal. So support in all the ways a support should be. And she can also switch to the Caduceus Blaster. She shoots a round from her sidearm. It's best reserved for emergency personal defense. Like, this is the medic needle gun.
Yeah.
You can get a kill if they're careless and you have good aim, but it's for oh shit moments.
Yeah.
Her shift ability is Guardian Angel. She flies towards a targeted ally, allowing her to reach them quickly and provide assistance in crucial moments. So, you need support. I'm going to get there quick. Her other ability, she doesn't have an E ability, but when replaces Angelic Descent. Propelled by her Valkyrie suit, Mercy slows the speed of her descent from great heights. She has slow fall.
Yeah.
And her ultimate is Resurrect. Mercy radiates restorative power, bringing nearby dead allies back into the fight with full health.
So,
Yeah.
Paladin mode.
Mass res, as seen on screen.
Yep.
Damn. That's
when they said healer,
that's going to be fantastic.
I mean, they meant healer when they said healer, man.
They really did. So that's that.
Yep. Yeah.
For Mercy, anyway.
I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, I don't think I played
Absolutely.
her. No, I definitely didn't.
I played Mercy, and Mercy was a lot of fun. She wasn't, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, Do, Re, Egon.
I played the other supports. I played Zenyatta and Symmetra. They were a lot of fun, too. So there just wasn't enough time to play everybody I wanted. Everybody that was there.
Yeah.
I missed out on Reinhardt and Winston and Reaper.
Yeah.
And Widowmaker and Torbjorn and Bastion.
Winston was a lot of fun, too.
Yeah.
I mean, having not played it, I'm feeling very drawn to Pharah because, the soldier was kind of my main in TF2, and she seems like the most apt to do that.
She's one of the closest, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely the closest we've come to the soldier at the moment, I'd say.
Like I've said previously, I've always kind of leaned toward the snipers, so feel like I'm going towards McCree right now. So.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
We'll all have to go with multiple heroes, but I enjoyed healing in Team Fortress 2, and I think they took Mercy and really, really pinpoint focused her on, like, this is how you fucking heal. Like, she really has great tools to be a great healer because she has fast movement, she has not just healing, she can buff damage in case there's no tanks around to heal. It's probably not worth focusing healing on a Reaper, but if you buff his damage, and he's running in, just, go ahead, go.
Yeah.
Blow shit up before we die,
Hey, all the supports, though, have something like that. I mean, look at Zenyatta. He can heal or buff damage, and he can debuff, too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he's got Girardi on an orb.
He has a Girardi orb.
So, yeah, I mean, I like how they're kind of rounding out all of the different archetypes, I guess, of classes here. So you have, the 3 tanks we've seen so far are very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably, between Zenyatta and Mercy, Zenyatta can only really heal one person at a time, where Mercy is probably going to be very much more able to divide her attention amongst people.
Yeah.
So they won't step on each other's toes, really, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Zenyatta's ultimate, he just goes invulnerable and heals everybody around. And when that fails and everybody dies, throw Mercy in there, and guess what? They're all alive again.
Rez.
Yeah. So we got 4 more heroes to cover. So in 2 more episodes, we have covered all of the current heroes. And I know a lot of you guys are out there like, oh, we got some stuff in store. Don't you worry for when we run out of heroes. So, unlike some of the other Overwatch podcasts that kind of fall off after a handful of episodes, we've got plans. We're not going anywhere.
We're in this for the long haul here.
We got this.
Who do we have left? We have Bastion, Hanzo, Reinhardt, and who would we not talk about?
And we did not talk about Symmetra.
We didn't. You're right. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We didn't?
Nope. Not yet.
All right, I guess we didn't. Well, we've talked about her abilities and how they're nice, but we haven't talked about her.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't think we've ever focused on her yet. No.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Good point. Okay. My bad.
Yep. So I think that about wraps up our show for this week. You guys have any closing thoughts?
Fall can't come faster. Yeah, him. Thank you. Fall can't come fast enough.
Want it.
Want now.
I want it.
He wants it so bad, he's changing the color of his room.
We're less than 7 months away from BlizzCon right now.
Jeez.
So
Is that all?
We're going to get some more news before then, so don't worry.
Absolutely.
We have E3 coming up in what, June? July? June.
Yep.
June.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd be very surprised if we don't hear anything by then.
I think we will.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Even if they just announce a couple more heroes, we'll get. They have so many heroes to announce before the fall. Like
they do.
I think we'll be getting some news sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Mike, where can the people find you?
Twitter and Twitch at Philidrin. Right there. Over here.
John, where can the people find you?
You can find me on that thing covering my mouth at No More on Twitter or over my eyes on YouTube doing Let's Plays at Nahajm, NHOJM.
You can't see.
Excellent. You can follow me down below at Zista, Xizta with an underscore at the end. You can follow us on this YouTube channel here, youtube.com/deadzista. And you can follow our live podcasts on Twitch and twitch.tv/Zista, Xizta. Until next week, we will see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.